can appreciate and honor, the key word is honor, that Uche was invading Milton's privacy. Uche was invading how Milton's, perception of a relationship, etc., and he should not have done that. Then we should also honor the fact that Lydia was doing the same thing to Aaliyah, but unfortunately that was not honored. I feel like she was disrespected throughout this entire season, and I think the main word is seen. She wasn't seen throughout or validated in how she felt, and I'm glad that she came to the reunion with 10 toes and stood up for herself, because I feel like it's an absolute mess. But let's get into this Love is Blind season, reunion, everything, because I just want to highlight disappointment. Hey guys, it's Rob Morley. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. And let's get straight into this mess of a season and really discuss how disappointed I am of everything about it. This was set to be one of the best seasons of Love is Blind, in my opinion. I felt like it started off quite strong. I also felt like that twist of the Aaliyah, Uche, Lydia kind of triangle initially was quite grasping, like we've never seen something like this before, but after that it kind of just pedaled so down. This is the first season of Love is Blind where I haven't even bothered to do a reaction video to the main moment, which is the wedding anniversaries, the wedding moments where it's a yes or no, or what happens and who walks away. That is the main pinnacle moment of Love is Blind. But unfortunately I just lost my entire momentum and was just bored with this entire series. Milton and Lydia made it, and then Izzy clearly ended up being somebody so insecure, and was very much like, how is this person not married in her 30s plus? I'm 29, I can give everything, but you're broke. Nobody wants a broke man. It is what it is. A lot of people don't want a broke man, especially in this world with inflation, and that ended up being a mess. But we only got 2 couples running down the aisle, nobody else. I think that in itself is extremely poor. This entire reunion, this entire season, I feel like Aaliyah was given the worst card. She was continuously undermined from the beginning to the end, with Uche not even wanting to show up because he was a coward. That's exactly what it is. Then I'm glad that Aaliyah was there to really confront Lydia about this entire situation, but I felt like she kept making it about herself. She ended up getting emotional. It wasn't really about Aaliyah, or really just saying, you know what, I'm sorry for XYZ. She did go in there, Lydia, to try and get Uche again because she was open for it. And if Uche was open for it, they probably would be there sitting there together. I feel like I'm glad that Milton was very much able to not be manipulated by Uche and the desperation that he was doing. But at the same time, I don't like how Milton was undermining Aaliyah's experience. I feel like that's what everybody was doing at this reunion, kind of just undermining her experience, undermining her worth, who she is as a person, and the experience that she had in the show was stolen from her. And that in itself is quite sad and frustrating to see. I'm glad that she stood up for herself. I'm glad that she stood up against Lydia again, because they had fights off cast and continuously did so throughout this reunion. I just felt like, to me, it was very underwhelming this season. And this reunion, which, they say is dramatic as it was, I do also feel like at the same time, Lydia wasn't really giving what she owed to Aaliyah, which was basically, I effed up and I ruined your experience. I sat there consoling you when I tried to get the same man back. I didn't tell you XYZ. And then of course, Milton trying to do the same thing in some kind of way, to me is very irritating and annoying and upset. I feel like Aaliyah was dealt the worst card in Love is Blind history throughout this entire season, throughout the conversations you have with Uche, especially at the reunion, everything, only having herself to defend herself. Peep that, because nobody else is really defending her throughout this entire season, and that to me is very frustrating to watch. And I felt like this season was just underwhelming. The drama wasn't really given proper drama. Then of course, you had PJ, who probably was there on January 6th anyways. We all know he probably was trying to be at the White House, if we want to keep it a buck. He was boring as well. We barely got any couples, and it just was all not for me. So for those of you who are asking where's my Love is Blind content, I lost interest, but I'm about to lose interest in this pasta because it's about to boil. Hold on now. I just lost interest in this entire season. I feel like it wasn't giving me what it needs to do. And theoretically, Love is Blind producers, you guys need to go back to the drawing board. You have to go back to the drawing board when it comes to the seasons. I don't even know if we need 2 seasons a year. I think that in itself is a lot of TV, to be honest with you. And I just felt like this whole 2 people know each other before going into the pods, we don't need this again. It ruins the entire experiment. It ruined Aaliyah's experience. It ruined her version of what she wanted. It just ruined all of that for her. And I just think that seeing this reunion and seeing her speak up for herself, and I'm glad that she's in a relationship now as well with somebody that loves her and etc. I just feel like looking at what she was saying and hearing her out, I'm just like, this whole season was just so bland, and somebody's experience was really ruined. And then the man himself, who really caused a lot of the ruckus, wasn't even bothered to show up to the reunion. It should be a contractual agreement that you as a contestant on a show that you want to go on, you should be at the reunion. You can't just not want to be at the reunion because you don't want to be held account for your behaviors and how you treated XYZ, whether it be Lydia or whether it be Aaliyah mainly. I felt like Lydia didn't really give Aaliyah the proper, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done XYZ, my emotions were still there, and that is what she should have done, and I don't think Aaliyah got that, and that's what she deserved. That's all I'm saying. So I just felt like on the basis of Aaliyah's treatment, and the lack thereof couples that made it to the finale, this was the worst season of Love is Blind for me. Maybe you guys agree, maybe you guys disagree with me, and then Uche not turning up just irritated the hell out of me, because that is what we really wanted to see. I feel like we were robbed of that, and that is what a reunion is about. I'm happy for Milton and Lydia and whatever they're doing, etc. But I don't even like how Milton was undermining Aaliyah's experience to an extent, especially when it came to between, XYZ. We can appreciate and honor, the key word is honor, that Uche was invading Milton's privacy. Uche was invading how Milton's, perception of a relationship, etc. And he should not have done that. Then we should also honor the fact that Lydia was doing the same thing to Aaliyah, but unfortunately that was not honored. I feel like she was disrespected throughout this entire season, and I think the main word is seen. She wasn't seen throughout or validated in how she felt, and I'm glad that she came to the reunion with 10 toes and stood up for herself, because I feel like it's an absolute mess. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to this quick reunion review. If you guys agree or disagree, subscribe to the channel, click that button, and I will catch you guys soon for another... I don't even know, child. I'll just catch you guys soon.